Yeah, perfect. Right. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. My apologies for being late. As you can imagine, it's all been going off. The game has just kicked off. We're going to keep you updated as much as possible as we can. And we can call them Chelsea now. They're no longer London Blue. We can actually call them Chelsea. They are here to stay, it would seem. The Sith, the Jedi Knights of... This is what it's like. I look at Senator Palpatine as being Florentino Perez. I don't know if you've watched Star Wars, Chris.
No.
Oh, it's gone straight over. It's gone straight over Chris's head. But yeah, honestly, I'm so happy, mate. Just give me your initial thoughts, Chris, on the unfolding.
The first thing I've got to say is and there are other elements to it, but congratulations to every fan that's spoken up, gone down to the grounds, held a placard up, made the voices heard on social media. These bigwigs with the billions and billions of pounds might think they own football. Football will always be owned by the fans. Without the fans, football is nothing. And tonight is a massive win for the fans. Woodward, gone. Perez on his way out. The Juve chairman, gone. Clubs dropping out of it left, right and centre. Things you love to see, mate. Things you love to see.
It's absolutely amazing. Honestly, Chris, I'm so happy. I was worried that it was going to go ahead. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely was worried that it was going to go ahead. But obviously, seeing tonight, first Chelsea, I think Petr Cech was basically saying to them fans, please let us in, just give us time. We're pulling out.
Yeah.
City have gone. They were the two that didn't want to know anyway. And then to find out Atletico Madrid are on the way out. Apparently, Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal still want in. Well, is it? Yeah. And I don't... It's because they're fucking American, bro. That's what this has been driven by.
It is, mate. It's the search for a franchise where there's no risk involved. Same as American football, where the rich just get richer.
Yeah, it's bang on, isn't it? Oh,
it's on it. It's done, mate. They can go ahead. Those three can still crack on. There's absolutely no legs in this. All they're doing now by dragging this out is they're making their positions untenable. Kroenke will have to be gone.
Yeah.
The Glaziers will have to sell up, and so will FSG. The fans will not forgive this.
No, definitely not. This is the thing. It's like, whatever happens, we must not forget the people that tried to rip the game out from us. Perez, he's the one. He's the one. Man, he was on about changing times of the match because the 16 to 25. No disrespect, I know that half of these people that are watching this are between 16 and 24 because they're huge football fans.
Yeah.
My man Claudio's a season ticket holder, 17. Ethan, who we had on last night, 15. Yeah. People in the chat. It's bullshit saying all he wanted to do, mate, was split this shit up into 4 quarters. He wanted an half-time show, the lot, man. And I hope they all go, man. I hope they all go.
And this can't end here. The Premier League, UEFA and everyone else still need to bring sanctions on them and get them wound right in. I'd like to see a 10 to 15 point deduction on all of them, because then we might just see some Leeds United Champions League.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Look, 16-year-olds. We've got 16-year-old people here. Some on 59. But this is what I'm saying. They're saying that these people don't watch football. Yeah, I was watching football at that age. It's a load of tosh. Tosh.
Let's be clear on one thing. This has all come from Florentino Perez and his need to clear the £900 million worth of debt out of Real Madrid. That's where all this is driven from.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You're you bang on the money, mate, and that's what it all boils down to. It's all about debt. They say that we can't, go on because we're losing money. Well, we tried to live the dream. Yeah. We did, we went into disarray. We went into administration. We ended up in League One. We ended up with a minus 15-point deduction. Yeah. And then they want to. That's how it should be. If you look at the end of the day, they're paying Gareth Bale fucking however many 100 million a year to go play golf. That's on them, not us. Why should we have to shoulder that burden?
No, you're absolutely right, mate. It's like and football is a game. It's basically a game of risk and how much risk you're willing to take, and etc. etc. We lived it once. We suffered for it, and then Radrazani last season and the season before took what he likes to call a calculated business risk at getting us up. We know if we hadn't got promoted last season, a big reset had to go on again at Leeds United. Calvin would have been sold, potentially a couple of other sort of bigger names, more valuable names, and we'd have had to go again with a bit more of the youth or whatever. That's football. But if you stand and piss into the wind for too long, you're going to piss on your own shoes. And these clubs, it's exact. Man United, hundreds of millions in debt. It's just the Glazers being clever with the money and the dividends and everything else. Real Madrid, nearly a billion euros in debt. Start slapping them. The La Liga, UEFA, FIFA, whoever need to get involved and start slapping these clubs for bad management. Financial fair play doesn't seem to include the big clubs, these bigger clubs. It's about time they did. You're how much in debt? Treat yourself to a 2-league drop. Work your way back. Ta-ra.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I understand, like, a lot of people were replying to my tweets and stuff saying, yeah, they need to be sanctioned and stuff. And I understand that, but I just was so glad, and the emotion that came. I'm sat there, I'm watching Sky Sports News with my partner, waiting for tea to come in. If anyone watched my final word on the Liverpool game, yesterday's game didn't have the same emotion for me because it meant nothing. At that time, it meant nothing. An 88-minute equaliser against Liverpool after just beating City, unbeaten in 5 games. It should have meant so much more to me, but it didn't, because I don't know where it leaves us, what it means, all this sort of stuff. Well, now it means we're still on that hunt for fucking Europe, man.
Yeah.
That's what it means, and that's what it means to me today, whereas I'm sat there and I'm watching it, and then, the Chelsea fans, big respect. We know we don't like them. They don't like us. But seeing them all at that ground, stopping that bus getting in was fantastic, And I hope that the protests continue. Tottenham play tomorrow. I hope them Tottenham fans do the same. Get there, because that Levy, he should be gone as well. It's so funny seeing these clips of all these broadcasters talking, and they go, some huge clubs in England and Tottenham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just look so stupid, so stupid. And I'm just so glad. And then seeing Woodward going, the fact that Perez could be on his way, the Barcelona, president coming out and saying, we're not joining the whole league. He's probably mugged the Real Madrid president off. Do you know what I mean? They've probably gone, let him go up, let him front it all. And, he genuinely came across like the Sith Lord. And I know you don't understand the Star Wars reference.
I know enough. I know the Sith. I know that.
Yeah, he came across like Senator Palpatine. And today the fans were the Jedi. We were the Jedi. He's not a normal human being. Someone's just put in the chat and you bang on. Like, never underestimate the incompetence of people. What an idiot. But look, tonight we've got Chelsea versus Brighton. What a mad few days it is. Chris gave his reaction. I gave my reaction. I gave my reaction to the positive news earlier on when we found City and Chelsea might be, or are pulling out. We know that to be a fact now. I've got 67 people watching, which is big numbers. So thank you very much for that. Please smash a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Yeah, I agree, Claudio. Spurs only invited. It's all about turnover, bro. That's what it is. They have the potential. They have the turnover due to that.
I've seen people joking that Spurs will be the last to pull out and then they'll still finish third.
Yeah. Brilliant. Like, if you're, to be honest, right, I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans being okay with it or trying to defend it or trying to make out that, if it were your club, you'd be buzzing, etc., which couldn't be further from the truth. No. And I think that just shows where they're at as a fan base, with all due respect. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah. I saw the Arsenal fan TV guys come out and they were spewing about it, like, so.
Yeah, but I think apparently they still all go for it. Man United, Arsenal and Liverpool, and they're all American. Yeah. And I know we have American watchers here. I know Luke Williamson's from the States, I believe, but ultimately, it's them that are the driving force. It's them that want to change it. Imagine that, Chris, a monopoly, never breaking into a league, them same 15 teams plus 5 entrants every year. Honestly, absolute joke. And
the rest of us, mate, might as well just pack up and fuck
exactly.
off.
What's the point? What's the point? You know. Whereas now, like, there's going to be a change again. I hope West Ham getting that top 4. Get in that top 4.
Yeah.
Us getting to Europe, man. You know, I hope Spurs miss out. I hope, you know, Liverpool miss out. And I know it's not on their fans, but if they're still going to try persist with it as well, I mean, obviously it's a no-goer now. They'll end up with 4 teams in there because Barcelona are in, Atletico Madrid are in, City are in, Chelsea are in. There you go. That's so Ed Woodward's gone. Yeah. Apparently the Glazers were after selling up anyway, and now that this hasn't come round, they're going to go. Yeah. You know?
Oh, they'll go find somewhere else to bleed dry, mate. Yeah, that's what they do. They're absolutely, well, Gary Neville called them scavengers, didn't he? And he's absolutely right.
Yeah. I'm so happy. So happy.
Yeah, I just hope these clubs now. I've not got as big a beef with City and Chelsea about it, really.
Yeah,
it sounds like they didn't really want to be involved, but they just felt that they were going to miss out. So, I mean, they still need sanctions and stuff like that. I'm not saying let them off, but the actual control of this sits with FSG and the Glazers, and they need seeing out of English football. They need to be gone.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think for me, a lot of the fans now won't allow. I mean, I know Liverpool. I know for a fact Liverpool will hound FSG out of that football club now. Liverpool will. Manchester United, maybe not so. And there might be Manchester United fans watching this, but they've been trying to get the Glazers out of their club for fucking years, you know, and it's not happened. But I do believe that Liverpool will get FSG out. I do, mate.
They did it with the last American owners, mate. Saw them straight out the door, and they'll do it again. Can say a lot about the Scousers for X, Y, and Z, but as a fan base, mate, once they've got the backs up, there's no turning. FSG can't win those fans back now.
No, definitely not. No.
As soon as Klopp sort of started making noises that he didn't agree with it, that was it. Done.
Well, Henderson held a meeting today, didn't he, with the captains of the teams in the Premier League? So it'll be interesting what comes out. Because it was interesting. As soon as that happened, we then seen statements from Luke Shaw. Yeah. We then seen statements from Kevin De Bruyne. So the players are obviously then going, right, we can speak about it now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I felt for the managers and the players being put on the spot and the club's not coming out and saying anything. At the end of the day, they knew as much about it, or very nearly as much about it as we as fans did.
Yeah.
And then they have to stand in front of the press and try and not slag off their employers. And I think kudos to Jimmy Milner yesterday for coming out and saying, "Don't like it. I hope it doesn't happen." Sort of the first player from one of the big six,
one of the clubs,
one of the Northern Ryman League teams, as they'll be next season.
It will be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I know the other 14 Premier League teams have said that they'd welcome the 6, or they don't want the 6 to leave. But there's certain owners and CEOs that wouldn't be welcomed back to the meetings and stuff like that. So, and I think obviously Ed Woodward was definitely included in that. And I could see the Glazers and stuff like that being included. So,
and I think that's the thing. Like for me, these just never forget these people that tried to do this. You know, like I say, I think they're not going to be around much longer. The fact that Woodward's gone already, I hope Perez goes. Oh, please to God! We only see really obviously what's happened over here, but I'd love to know. Like with the Real Madrid game, when do they next play? I hope they're out in force protesting, you know. It just makes an absolute mockery. Remember, guys, please smash a like on the stream. See if we can get over 100 live viewers. We're up to 80 people. So do what you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We will, as I say, commentate on the game as we see it when it does happen. But just so much has happened. Thanks for everyone putting in the chat and getting involved. And keep your comments coming in. We will get to them. I know I've missed quite a lot of them as they were coming in, but I've seen just someone say Woodward is going at the end of 2021. No, apparently that's been brought forward. White Peacock is on his way. He's gone, which I know the Man United fans hate him anyway, so you love to see it. Yeah, Sophie Taylor said, yeah, Sophie was absolutely shocked that you'd never seen Star Wars, by the way.
Yeah, I know, I saw that,
yeah. But she said it's Liverpool as a city. The Scouts just come together, they fight from there. It's a seriously felt for club. He's looking out for those boys at Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, no, I understand that as well. What I didn't like, though, and people in glass houses shouldn't throw bricks, is they were kicking off about shirts, but let's not forget they wore shirts in support of Luis Suarez, who was a racist, basically. So let's not forget that.
Yeah, and I saw that the Brighton players warmed up in the same shirts tonight.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they should knock them out. I mean, remember the date. People were saying yesterday, 19th of April, 2021, the date football died. Well, you know, today, 20th was the day that it survived, man. That's how we need to look at it. Although I did put a tweet out saying this fact, and I put 2020. Just shows. Oh man. But yeah, absolutely buzzing.
There you go.
Absolutely buzzing.
Real Madrid are playing on Wednesday.
Wednesday, right? Okay. Wednesday. Well, Perez might be out by then. We'll have to wait and see. We want Perez out. I do, and I don't even support Real Madrid. I want that man gone because he is the
Let's ban him from being involved, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Football. Yeah, for me, he is Senator Palpatine. He is Palpatine from Star Wars. Genuinely, he is horrible, horrible man. I think some of the things that he was saying was genuinely like, boom. My head was like, really? Like, is this what's really going down? You know, the fact that he's saying 16 to 24-year-olds don't watch it. Why don't they watch it? I think we should consider shortening the games.
What? Yeah, he wanted quarters, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know what he wants, but you know, this is it is a complete victory for fans tonight. And
seen a couple of people in the comments mentioning about the 49ers at our place. Yeah, that's something that I suppose it'd be interesting to get their take, not just Andrea's. We know Andrea's take on it. He was bang against it. But it would be interesting to get a 49ers take on it and where they stood on it. I mean, it'd be very easy for them to come out now and say, we didn't agree with it, we never wanted to be part of it. But I'd like to think that, well, they're a minority stakeholder, it does massively matter anyway. I would be now, we probably as a fan base would be slightly more wary now if Andrea was thinking of selling up.
Yeah,
if they were the ones that wanted to buy us, we'd be like, oh, not so sure, thanks.
I burn the shit down. Yeah. Get fires up. Bit of arson. So it is mad. This was a crazy statement as well from German Muniz. You know, he said the rich getting richer is good for the smaller clubs because we'll buy their players. I've seen that. We'll be able to buy their players. But basically, because they've got more money, we'll be able to pay more for them. And it's just like, oh my God, is this what it's really about? It should be banned. They should be banned. And I mean, like, if I ever seen him.
According to White Peacock, the 49ers have released a statement. I haven't seen that, mate.
No, I haven't. If I seen Perez, like, he would get verbals.
Yeah.
Genuinely, you know, he's one of them that I'd be saying, you horrible, horrible man, you know. I seen this as well, Steve, earlier on, mate, that apparently the government might be looking into that. I don't know if that is if that is a thing, but make it happen, man, because Germany, they're 51% fan owned. They can't do it. So maybe, you know, had that not been the case, maybe Bayern Munich and Dortmund would have gone in. Who knows? And then it makes it stronger, you know. It's the fact that not everyone's committed. And now you've got... I seen a funny tweet where, you know, like Perez had said, we'll create our own World Cup. We'll create this. Chelsea are in here. Ziyech, no. No, I think Ben White just maybe laid an assist on for Mason Mount, but Good save. Good save. Marcus Alonso.
To be
Christian
fair, what I've seen of
Pulisic.
it's not been a great game so far.
No, it hasn't, has he? Here is Mason Mount. Just to see yellow shirts. Zuma. Oof, effort. Save. I mean, we can now start thinking about what this means in terms of the Premier League now and league position and stuff. I'm just looking at it, obviously if this was to stay a draw, you know, there'd still be a point behind West Ham, Chelsea in the chase for top four. So have you seen the pictures as well? Like this has been brilliant, you know, like yesterday there was pictures of obviously Juve, Manchester United share price basically, you know, going like this. Have you seen the pictures since?
No, I haven't, mate.
Oh, they've dropped like a stone, mate. They have literally dropped like a stone. There is live pictures being... Oh, wow, yeah.
Do you know what?
I'm going to have to share this stuff, yeah?
Some fat cat will have made a lot of money out of that. That this announcement was coming, risked, bought, and it wouldn't surprise me if the owners of some of these clubs are in and around it, mate.
Yeah.
It will all come out in the wash.
Yeah, of course.
Bought low, they've fired up, and then they've sold before they've then gone, now we're pulling out.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. The share price has since plummeted. I mean, I don't know what that shit means when I look at it, but all I know is it's gone down. All I know is it's gone down. How do you see this one going tonight, mate? Do you think Chelsea will have too much for Brighton? Obviously, with 20 minutes in, it's 0-0 at the minute.
To be honest, mate, I'd like to see a draw. Some goals, like not a 0-0.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a draw. I mean, if you look at it, really, we're bang in the middle of these two. Do you know what I mean? We're well clear of Brighton, and we're actually not that far behind Chelsea.
No, we're not, mate. We're as it stands, we're only 9 points behind them, which is madness, really.
Yeah, so a draw, but I mean, Chelsea should have too much for them. But we know that Brighton play decent football, mate, and they're quite well organised. They're not a bad team at all. They just struggle to score goals. Yeah,
I think that's for me, a key thing is that as long as the teams above us lose, then we'll be all right. We got Manchester United at the weekend, man. Do you know, even if we lose that game, and I know we're on a great run at the minute. If you consider, obviously, in the last 5 games, we are unbeaten, and we have played Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City.
Yeah,
you could have never said that at the start of the season. Apparently, we can't play against big six sides. You know, we can't defend, and you know, for us to draw with Chelsea, beat City, draw with Liverpool, we could have arguably won that game last night as well, bro. So, you know, it's it's been a great run of results, and then obviously beat the 2 lower teams, you know, in Fulham and Sheffield United, and people who hammer me, over 100 live viewers as well. So thank you so much. Keep smashing a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new. For me as well, James is in the box. Can he find a cross? He can't. That's a good challenge, that. For me, the points return against lower teams shows us that we can go into them games with the head on that we're going to win them, man. Yeah. We're going to win them. So we've only, after Man United, we've only got Tottenham, and the rest are lower half teams, bro. So
yeah, and do you know what, mate?
Get top 7. Why can't we?
What we haven't seen this season, which is it's great to see, is we haven't seen us do a Leeds. So, you know, go out and beat or get a decent point against one of the big clubs, and then go get pumped by Fulham or Sheffield United.
Yeah.
We've been really resilient. There's always going to be, like, we know with this team, certainly early in the season, there was always a chance we were going to be on the back end of a couple of hidings. But we're not seeing those hidings anymore because we've learned. Coops always said at the beginning of the season, we're learning on the job here.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen that. We're a different team to the team that played for the first 2 months of the Premier League. We're so much more mature now with it. And I just think, get I'd take a point right now against Man United. Absolutely no dramas. And that'd be 5 points from those 3 games, which is a sensational return for a newly promoted team.
Yeah.
To come off the back of that, not being beaten by any of them. And then we can go and win the rest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely. I'm just looking, Parag Marathi has come out and had a piece. It's in Leeds United Live, to be fair. And he has come out and spoken against it.
Right.
You can't view this as just a business opportunity, an economic, commercial opportunity. You have to care. There's a certain amount, a great deal of respect with great humility that I take this role right now, because I feel I'm just a steward for all the supporters. This is everybody's club. This isn't our club and Andrea's club. I feel a great deal of responsibility to help guide it towards success with Andrea's leadership. The one thing is that I've seen that maybe doesn't work is when people have a little bit of an emotional detachment from the club they're investing in, and they see it purely as a place to park money or make an investment, which is your Glazers, which is your FSG. Do you know what I mean? You have to have passion. If you don't have passion, then don't put dollar into it. And that's what Rad Razani has got in abundance. That's what Victor Orta's gotten in abundance. So that's good to hear. That is good to hear. Thank you for tagging us in that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for putting that up. So I had no idea that the 49ers gang have made a statement. But yeah, no, that is good to hear, mate. Andre has always said from the minute he came in that he's the custodian of the club. He doesn't use the word owner or anything like that. He's always said, I'm a custodian of a club that belongs to the city and belongs to the fans. And it seems that the 49ers are bought into that ethos as well. So again, Andre rarely puts a foot wrong, does he?
Yeah.
It's just nice to see, mate, that after years of us being the joke and the clown club with different owners and all the dramas that went on, that we've got such a good owner and such a good team at the top, Victor, Angus, and all the rest of them, and then obviously Marcelo on the playing side. It's just a joy to see.
Yeah, no, it is, mate. It is. It's just exceptional, man. I'm absolutely buzzing still. And hopefully there'll be some real changes now, man. There'll be some real changes. Yeah.
Let's hope that this fiasco drives football to make some positive changes. Let's hope there's a positive out of what has been an absolute shambles.
Yeah. And remember, guys, straight after this game, Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher are actually on their way to Sky, so they're going to be speaking on it afterwards. So I can't wait to look forward to that.
That's class.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Neville will be absolutely hammered.
Oh yeah, it's going to be mint in it, mate. Let's be honest. Gary Neville, to be fair, I know people have given him stick and stuff in the past, but he's been exceptional over the last few days. Well, it's only 24 hours, isn't it? It is literally only 24 hours, is it?
So was it Sunday night it was announced? Very late Sunday night, like midnight.
About 11:30, weren't it? Yeah, 11:12. Even Seville have tweeted out the meme, the dog inside the house with all the flames going around him saying it's fine. Even they've tweeted that out. So it's just exceptional. There's no coming back from this now for these people. For the Glazers, for Henry at FSG, for Perez.
I think a lot of us can have opinions about media broadcasters as well, Sky, Amazon, whatever it may be. But Sky came out and said we'll have nothing to do with it. Amazon Prime came out and said we will have nothing to do with it. That all adds pressure to these clubs going, are we actually going to make any money out of this? We're not. Broadcasters don't even want to know.
Yeah.
So
no, exactly.
As much as we stand on at Ellen Road or wherever and sing Sky TV is effing shit and all the rest of it, everyone came together on this, and that includes pundits, the media broadcasters, and the fan bases, and it's good to see, mate, that the heart of football won out against the money. It's a very good day for English and European and world football.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think for me, Chelsea win, Mason Mount. So Tried to give it Havertz, but it's going to come away by McAllister. He's sent it for Danny Welbeck. It's. I was genuinely like, when I was watching it, as I said earlier, I was watching it with my partner, and as you know, things are happening, and the Chelsea fans are not letting the Chelsea players bus in, and Petr Cech was there trying to reason with them, and then when they heard obviously the news had come through that they were pulling out. The fans were just chanting, you know, and they celebrated it.
Like a ripple came down the crowd, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was like watching it, like thinking, wow, man. Like I genuinely got emotional. I said to her, I said, I'm emotional. She was like, what for? So I was like, because genuinely, Chris, this morning when I did that video for Liverpool, and even last night, I felt I felt numb to it when I shouldn't have done. I should have been, you know, fucking bouncing because we just got a point against Liverpool and remained unbeaten, and the European dream for me is still alive. It'd be even more. Do you know what? It makes it even sweeter, bro, if we get in this year after all this European Super League guff.
Yeah.
Get me 7th place, man. Get me 7th place.
I tell you, I really hope that Leicester and West Ham finish in that top 4. I really hope that we go and nab that Europa League spot.
Yeah.
And because I think, I can't remember which pundit said it today, but maybe not a pundit, maybe an ex-pro said, is it something to do with, it might have been Brad Friedel actually on the football show, said, let's be honest, looking at that league table, are these big clubs just, in fact, it was Dean Smith in his interview, the Villa manager, said, are they just not liking looking at the league table? You've got clubs like us and Leeds who are newly promoted but have got visions of moving into that top 6, top 4.
And are massive clubs in their own right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Massive clubs. If Leeds United had what these had in terms of financial backing, we'd dwarf some of them, Chris.
Yeah, of course we would, mate.
We'd dwarf them.
But what I will say is...
Dwarf Chelsea, no disrespect, we would. I know Chelsea have won a lot, but they don't have that world appeal that Leeds United Football Club does.
No.
Leeds United has got fans all over the fucking world, and we were in League One.
Yeah.
I can go to anywhere in the world and I will find a Leeds United fan.
Yeah, and I said that yesterday, mate, in my video. You can go anywhere in the world and you will bump into more than one Leeds United fan. I've travelled all over the world working and everything else, and there's always been a Leeds towel or a Leeds flag or a Leeds shirt. You never don't see him. Yeah. And that was the same when we were languishing in League One. Proper fans don't turn their backs. But I will say on this occasion, it was good to see. Because I said it yesterday, mate, if we had been invited into that and, you know, the club had gone, we're in, I would have turned my back on Leeds United as well. Which
I told my lass was asking me and I said, no, I wouldn't go. I would genuinely not go. I wouldn't have kept my season ticket. What's the point? For what? No. The whole point for me as a Leeds United fan, like, it's been that journey, man. It's been the climb back into the Premier League, you know, now mixing it with the big boys again. It would just be so, you know, Perez is talking about fans, right? And it not being exciting for these 16 to 24. Imagine how stale it would be after 10 years of that league. Yeah. With the same teams, week after week after week.
It'd
be shite, man.
Yeah.
They'd be more hyped up for this friendlies against some of the teams that they used to play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
pre-season back in England.
We've got Leeds in pre-season. We've had to deal with Barca, Juve, all this time for 10 years. It's shit. And now, we're going to play Leeds again in pre-season. There'd be more hype around that. Yeah. You know? It's been amazing. I agree with Lewis's comment here. You know, as much as this situation has been scary, it's brought fans in union. That shows what a strong community we have, and it really shows this game is beautiful, and so is its fans, and it's why we love it 100%. That's what I'm saying. I actually screamed out when Chelsea were doing what they're doing, and I'll never do that for Chelsea. But it's brought us together because we realise these. And the worst thing, Chris, they tried to do it during a pandemic. Yeah. They tried to sneak it in there, right? While there were no fans in grounds.
And not just do it during the pandemic, blame the pandemic for the reason they were doing it as well.
Yeah. Can you imagine if fans would have been at Ellen Road last night? Oh. Liverpool and Leeds. It'd have just been, the full 90 minutes would have just been singing about that.
Yeah,
The full 90 minutes.
It'd have been two fan bases. Do you know, I think there'd have been back turn into the game and all sorts. It would have
100%.
been raucous last night, but two fan bases united in protest.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Wow. The Super League contract is binding, and the only way clubs can leave without paying a heavy fine is if they all decide to dissolve the project. Well, they're going to have to dissolve it anyway, aren't they? I think this Perez is fucking... Can you imagine? I wonder what this contract is actually like. But it sounds like as well, like...
Who did he pay that to? Who does that money get paid to?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
There's no
league. Yeah, exactly. I think... Like, I know Chelsea and City, I know they still joined it, but it was very much, it sounds like they were going, look, you either join or you don't, you know, and if you miss out, you miss out.
They had a deadline put on them, I know
okay,
that.
we'll sign it, you know, and they're the first two to go. We need some more English clubs to have a bit of fucking backbone now and come out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Perez needs to watch his back, mate. He's dealing with a Russian oligarch here.
He'll have
snuffed.
Dangerous free kick for Brighton. Ball in. Zuma heads out. He was the one that gave the free kick. Basuma tries to swing a foot in. That's going to be offside anyway. And it is. It's offside.
That's the keeper anyway.
Yeah.
Who's in net? Kepa.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened to Mendy. Is he injured or because he didn't play? No, he's on the bench. He didn't play at the weekend in the Carabao.
No, he didn't play the semi-final either,
FA
did he?
Cup. No, he didn't. Makes you wonder, like Chelsea maybe, are they looking at Kepa? They've spent, he's the most expensive goalkeeper. Are they thinking, right, let's give him another shot? Welbeck, why didn't he hit the volley?
It's either that, mate. It's either give him another shot or get him in the market
shot window. Yeah, because he fell to bits under Lampard, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I think the whole Chelsea side did, to be fair.
Once the romance was over, mate, of it being, Frank returning to Chelsea, it was done, wasn't it?
Basuma just dispossesses Mount. Basuma's someone that'll leave Brighton in the summer, I think. There'll be some big clubs after him.
Yeah, I think there's... I'm reluctant to call them the big six or big clubs anymore.
Yeah, very true.
To be honest with you.
Very true. Guys, I've got 177 people watching, which is the most I've had on the channel. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please continue to smash a like on the stream. If you're new, subscribe as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. Obi-Wan, look, here's one of the Jedi coming back to avenge the Sith.
Yeah, he's right. That was reported today. 23 years they signed up for, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Love this as well. Perez is on a crack pipe.
And the rest, I think.
Yeah, and the rest, yeah. Be interesting.
I've no idea what the punishment will be. I've just seen Chatting Footy Show's got that up there. I've no idea what the punishment will be, but what I have said is this can't just be left now. There has to be ramifications now, and these clubs have to be dealt with.
Yeah. No, they do. I don't know if they will though. Like I can't see it. I suppose.
I think it'll depend. I think more info's got to come out of the wash.
Yeah.
So I think the Chelsea and the Man Cities might get away with it. Slap on the wrist. You've learnt your lessons. Yeah. But I think the FSGs and the Glazers and stuff, mate, who have really driven this along with Fiorentino Perez, they need dealing with, and that is. It's harsh to say punish the clubs. But we were punished as a fan base and as players,
100%.
And it wasn't us that bought loads of tropical fish and all the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
So at the end of the day, something needs to happen, and a stand needs to be taken. And yes, I hope there's reform in football and new models of ownership potentially and all the rest of it. That's all going to come out in the wash. But UEFA and the Premier League need to take a stand. And for me, slap them all with a 15-point deduction. Kick them, relegate them. I couldn't give a monkeys. All it does is see Leeds. And then we go, Champions League asterisks. I don't care. It's a European tour. Get right in there.
Definitely. 100%. Sam Russell says, love the content. Come on, you Blues Chelsea fan in the house. Thank you.
Yeah, happy boy, Samuel.
Welcome, mate. Smash a like and subscribe. Go AMA says Arsenal are favourites for Basuma. That'd be a good move for them. I mean, the party deal's not been a great one, really, has it? It's not really had a great season.
Thing is, if you're a player now, and I know money talks, and money will always talk when it comes to wages and everything else. But if a club like Arsenal comes for you now, are you like thinking twice, going, I don't know, maybe in 18 months, 2 years, I won't be playing international football or Premier League anymore when we make the next stupid move?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, we need to, guys, please keep us updated as well if there are any changes. I want to see, because I was hoping for more. I know there's a game on now, but you're just hoping that we'll see more clubs come out, you know. European Super League, Manchester City withdrawn, Chelsea prepare to follow. So that's in. Andrea, obviously Talking Shop put out a tweet earlier on saying the debt league, and put the number of debt, and then Andrea Radrazani is actually retweeted it and also said the 1 day league, called it the one day league.
Mate, our club just goes. It just makes me smile every day. Or Victor last night with the shirt, just like football is for the fans, and you're like, Victor. I mean, he come to this club after Andrea bought it and stuff like that. But it's like he's always been Leeds. He's been waiting to find his home in football. Yeah. He just gets us, doesn't he? Yeah,
he is Mason Mount in the box trying to send Reece James. Big shout out from Ben White who says, Joe, your channel's growing so much. Yeah, I'm so happy as well. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat then. I am so happy. Like, thank you so much. It's plenty of hard work that goes on, guys, behind the scenes. So thank you. If you're new as well, please subscribe to the channel. We're on that road to 2K. We'll be at 2K soon enough, man. 2K, who'd have thunk it? Thank you so much, everyone. Jordan Dick says, apparently they've left this new league to join the new Super Duper League.
I've heard Super Duper Liam Cooper's leading the charge on that.
Yeah, definitely. He's the poster boy. Theodras, never seen you. Do you like that pronunciation then as well? Theodras. I'm assuming Greek. Maybe I'm wrong. Basuma
Theo, mate. I've played it safe. Just gone with Theo.
Yeah, Theo, that's a good shout. I actually seen Fogden, actually. If you, I don't know if you watch any of his stuff on YouTube. And while Petr Cech was telling the Chelsea fans to calm down, I seen Fogden and his dad in the background filming it. So I'll look forward to watching that. But yeah, he was there, to be fair. So always getting about.
Yeah, it's like Tash and Jack, and they always appear. They were on the BBC News report, Alan Shearer.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they're right. One of the signs, did you see the Chelsea protest? And one of the signs said, "We want our cold night in store."
Yeah,
brilliant.
It's just top level banter in it.
Yeah, man, that's the English humour. That's the English humour, man. It is. It's class. And then
Jose Mourinho, maybe the only European Super League manager ever to be sacked. The special
one. Brilliant. Yeah, that is true. He truly is special, man. He truly is special. Dale Wakes, a Shearer Toonami, baby. Yeah, up the tune, down the tune.
He was strong, was Alan Shearer in his what he said today. To be fair, he was no nonsense. Good, he was like, ban them all, kick them out.
Big shout out, typical Irish Connor. Nice of you to come onto the channel, bro. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Same
Connor,
with you.
Tell me what's typical Irish? Is it just pint of Guinness and? I've only been once, so I don't know.
There's another sign. The reason I brought up the protest and the sign, there's one that's Mike Dean slaughters chickens. Someone went with that, so
I love it, mate. I love even at times, where it's everyone's angry and wants. It's just stuff to make you laugh. Football fans are just their own breed. And I can only reflect what the people have said earlier as well, mate. It's so nice to see fans from all fan bases, rivals, everything else come together and see this off at the pass, making sure their clubs knew that they were going to have none of it. It's special, really special.
Yeah, I love this. Billy Snowden says, Tash and Jack, the new Fogden and Fog Dad. That is good. Phil Bailey says, why punish fans with the point deduction? Yeah, no, I get that. Like, no one's having a go at, like, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans. Like, we understand it's not the fans, but what needs to happen, Phil, is there needs to be some sort of sanction to prevent this happening again. Because what's to say, Phil, in 10 years' time, Leeds United, Villa, Newcastle, let's say we all get bought and we're in a similar situation, we'll know not to make that move. You know, genuinely yesterday, Phil, I thought my game had gone. I fought the game that I love, that I think about all the time, that consumes my life. You know, that's my partner. Like, football consumes my life. Leeds United consumes my life. And yesterday I thought that had gone. Yeah, we'd have still played domestic football, but it'd have never been the same again. No. And they had the chance to do that. They had the chance to take that away. We need to ensure that anybody knows not to ever try this again. And how do we do that? By sanctioning the ones that did. For me, they should be banned. Yeah. Perez, especially these that are heading up Perez, the Agnelli at Juventus and the Glazers, they should be bombed out because it's their brainchild. These are the ones. Yeah. They should be bombed out. They should be banned. Like you fucking said. And I'm not... Like, we know FIFA, UEFA, it all stinks. It all stinks. But we need to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Doesn't happen again. And the only way we can do that is by making a stand and making them see, so that anyone tries this shit again, they go, oh, well, what about what happened to them owners back in 2021? Yeah, nah, this isn't. I understand maybe there, stuff should change. I do think there should be. I would love nothing more than a Netflix-style streaming service for football. I would. Like, that would be class. That would be epic. So we don't have to pay for Sky. Because I pay for BT, I pay for Sky, I pay for Amazon. I'm paying a lot of money. You know, I'm moving house. And mine and my partner's Sky bill is £160. All in. You know, that's too much, man. That doesn't include the 25 that I pay for BT, the tenner for the Amazon. This is what we're talking about, man. So it is already too greedy. I'm not saying it's not already gone, but I don't know how I've got onto that point. But you get what I'm saying. Let's just create a streaming service, Netflix, tenner, £15 a month, all in, boom, all your games there. That's how it should be. I'm all for that. On a lighter note, Chris, Derby got beat 3-0 again tonight. Wayne Rooney's Derby County.
Derby are in danger.
Yeah, if you remember rightly, because the Square Ball have tweeted it, Wayne Rooney, when asked about Leeds United, says, attack him, but with composure as well. I don't want the team to be Leeds, for instance. I want to have a good balance. This is Leeds United that currently sit 10th in the Premier League, and Derby are 21st in the Championship.
I mean, the first thing I thought about being a manager is that you needed at least one brain cell rocking around in the cranium. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, his interview wasn't the best either about the Big Six. I was like, what? I don't know what you're saying.
And all he could tell he didn't want to do was upset his mates down in Manchester.
Yeah,
that's all it
definitely. Was. And Derby County are only 4 points off being relegated, and Rotherham have 3 games in hand. So please, Rotherham, please, because I don't feel bad for the fans. But
I don't feel bad for the Derby fans.
No, they've been screwed up by their owner, weren't they? You know, he was an absolute Mel Morris or whatever his name. I think it's in charge of someone else now. I don't even know. But Chris, you're being told you should start up your own YouTube channel by Ben. Give it a bash, brother. Give it a bash.
Maybe once the business is off the ground.
Yeah. Rizdale says we got fined 200k for binoculars.
He's right, mate. I think it was Jordan said, rather than points deductions, slap them with like seriously heavy money fines. That's what would hurt these owners the most. Take the bleeding money off them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what the rules and regs would be around that. If there's a certain amount up to that can be fined for breaking Premier League rules, UEFA rules, whatever it may be. But absolutely
Jordan Henderson has now released a statement. It says, we don't like it and we don't want it to happen. This is our collective position. Our commitment to this football club and its supporters is absolute and unconditional. You'll never walk alone. So if that doesn't tell FSG what to do, then I don't know what will. I don't know what will. It's absolutely.
I mean, now the players are coming out and saying this, mate. FSG and the position's untenable because the players will be like, then I can't play for you anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't play for you anymore. Jurgen Klopp would have to resign. And I think Jurgen Klopp is a man of integrity, and I think he would resign. Pep was very clear on his thoughts today without having a go at his club. He said, it's not a competition. Without competition, it's not sport. And I don't support that.
No,
so
exactly.
They're in FSG and the Glazers and everyone else. They've shot themselves in the foot, mate, basically.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think people will not forget that Man City and Chelsea were involved in this, but potentially forgive a little bit more.
Yeah, because they've it's the straw that brought the camel back. When I heard yesterday that there were two, apparently, and we all knew it was Chelsea and City, I was just praying, thinking, please, just someone make the move. Then we find out Chelsea, then City, there's the move, then Atletico Madrid, then Barcelona, you know?
Yeah, and Barca's apparently saying that they were never part of it.
Which it makes you think, I know our man Oscar. We know what our man Oscar is like. He's been tweeting out about it and saying that it wouldn't surprise him if the guy at Barcelona might have just hoodwinked Perez and just been like, oh yeah, kind of vibe, but not actually signing on the dotted line. And then this has happened. Maybe this could be a shout from Dale. Maybe some transfer bans, just something.
Slap it on them. Slap it on them. Money fines, transfer bans. So they've got to sell a lot of the current assets as well to keep afloat and make them suffer a bit. Don't take the clubs away. You know what I mean? Because I'm really on the fence about this because you don't want the fans to suffer because fans came together and fought this. But we as a club have diced with death and we did suffer on our own as a fan base. No one came to our aid. It's different circumstances, don't get me wrong. Us as a club, the club dicked around with money, spent too much, got far too risky with it, and we suffered. But we got laughed at. And it, like I say, it's different circumstances. So I'm on the fence because these clubs and these owners need to learn that they don't run the bloody league. They don't run the Champions League. They are part of it and they are members of it, just like we're members of the Premier League and Brighton and everyone else. And they need to get off the high horses, basically, and then put him back in the boxes. Yeah. There you go. Barca was a verbal agreement. Things you love to see.
It's mad. I genuinely, like, as I was saying earlier, I was blasting the Champions League tune, Chris. I'm just playing it on my phone, man. Honestly, like, I was just so happy because all that could have changed. I think they're just showing us clips of obviously the cordon off.
It's amazing to watch because
big shout out them Chelsea fans for them to go and lay in front of the buses as well and like, nah, you're not getting through.
Yeah. And it was funny watching it from like the helicopter or the drone cam because they were all chanting. Then Czech had a word. Then they were all cheering, and then they all just cut away and left. Went home.
Yeah, it was. I think Petr Cech had said, didn't he? I think it clips of him saying, "Just give us time. Just give us time," because, and that's why for me, Ed Woodward. Like, listen, I used to laugh at Man United when they mentioned the Glazers and Ed Woodward, and now I can't stand. Like, I'm not even a Man. Obviously, I can't stand, Manchester United. But it's like, I hate them people now. I hate them people. I hate the Glazers.
There's nothing more up until 36 hours ago or whatever. There's no team more that I want to see suffer from bad ownership or anything like that than Man United. But now, I find myself stood alongside United fans saying, "No, I hate your owners too. They're absolute scumbags."
Yeah. If Man United aren't out of this shit, there'll be protests again at Ellen Road on Sunday. Protests again at Ellen Road on Sunday. Obviously, I couldn't go. Yes, I was all up for going, but because of the watch along. We have certain commitments. I can't, but you know, if anyone wants to put me up and let me do a watch along in their house, and then I'll go down, because I'd love to be part of a protest, man. All for it. I've done it at Ellen Road before, but just for this as well, you know.
That'd be good, man. Actually, do a
shoes
live
off with the 8 Man U at the same time.
Yeah, you've got it. You're right, Peter, and as well. I think Joe did earlier. You've got to give props to Gary Neville. He was the first one straight off the bat, mid-broadcast, who just went. And he's apparently been in the background for 12 months calling for independent regulators for the Premier League and the Football League. So this can't happen. So definitely hats off. I hated him as a player. I hate him because he's a Man U fan. I don't mind him as a pundit. I think he actually speaks a lot of sense. And I've got a lot of respect for what he's done the last 36 hours or so.
Like, what must clowns like Daniel Levy, who had no right to even be there in the first place, what clowns? They must be like that now, all on the phone. What are we doing? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Chelsea, City have gone. Barcelona, Madrid, Atletico Madrid, like, what are we going to do? Perez like that. Don't worry, we'll create our own Barcelona. Yeah. We'll create our own Chelsea, you know? This is what he'll be doing, honestly.
It's going to end up just 2 semi-finals and a final every year, isn't it? Just like 4 clubs.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Just keep it to them stupid pre-season tours over in Asia called the Emirates Cup and all that where you're playing. Just keep it to that.
And that's exactly what all this would have ended up being, mate. It would have ended up being a tournament being held in Singapore and stuff like that, following the money round. That's all it would have been. And the legacy fans, as they were calling us, all the rest of it would have been the ones that, well, for the fans of those 6 clubs would have rarely seen their clubs play, unless you've got thousands in the bank that you can just sponge on flying here, there and everywhere.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But yeah, I was the same. I was just sat like eating my tea, watching Sky Sports News, just watching it all fall apart, just absolutely loving it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And same tonight. Like, when we're done here, we'll be done as soon as the 90-minute comes. We'll jump. I'll be watching Sky Sports News. You know, that's all I've done for the last night. Even after the game, and just lay in bed.
It's been like an extended deadline day, hasn't it? Transfer deadline day, just like that.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. Exactly that.
I've watched nothing else for 2 days.
Yeah, 100%.
And then Jim White comes on, and my skin starts to itch. I'm like that.
Talk Sports done some good coverage though. Talk Sports done some good coverage over the last 24 hours as well, to be fair, which you don't say that very often. But yeah,
props to Talk Sport for actually reporting something properly.
Great stuff, because I know Simon Jordan gets on the tits of some people, but he speaks some sense sometimes.
Ryan,
as well, man.
Tell you what, mate, Ryan, I'd love to see Barnsley come up. I'd love to see Barnsley come up. Again, a proper old school football team with a good little fan base, and I'd love to see Barnsley have another crack at the Premier League.
Yeah, well, 6 points, what I will be doing, Ryan, is doing a watch along in the playoffs, mate. So we'll, make sure you're watching for the playoffs games, and we'll, because I want to see what the teams are about. Obviously, it looks like, well, Norwich are already up. Watford are going to join them. I think Watford beat Norwich today as well, 1-0. Yeah. Obviously, Norwich already on the beach, man. They're waiting for Premier League football again. Just looking at the league table, still 4 points? 4 points with 4 games left. Got to be happy with that, Barnsley. They're going to get in there. I'd love it.
I really hope out of that 4 that Barnsley are the ones that win it and come up.
Yeah.
Great to see.
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't want to see Brentford come up. I've still got a bee in a bonnet about Brentford.
Yeah. Brentford.
Yeah. I just don't like them.
No, I agree, mate. I'd like to see Pontus get his chance. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he's trying to angle for a way back to Leeds with all these nice things he's saying. I bet he's texting Andrea constantly.
Yeah.
You're right, Ben. This Chelsea game has been. I'm glad we've had something to talk about, because doing a commentary on that would have been tough times.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd take Ivan Toney at Leeds, as someone to challenge Paddy. I would.
Yeah, well, we need someone. That's what I mean. We were making some good points yesterday. I think Phil made some good points, just saying how if like Tyler etc. In the starting lineup next year, then Summer hasn't gone as planned, as it were. Which you understand. I mean, looking back over some of them and thinking about, obviously, I had the joy of actually looking over my my highlights for the game yesterday that I put out on my channel, and
I saw that. Yeah,
some of the chances that he missed, man, it's like, he should score.
A couple of occasions he just tried to pass the ball in the net where he needs to be putting laces through it, and then the one where he needs to pass it in, he puts his laces through it.
Yeah, against another keeper, you might get lucky, but with someone like Alisson, he's just going to make himself big all day. You need to be a little bit more cute with that. Lauren F. question said, would you both sell Tyler? I'm going to let Chris go first, because Chris has had his up and down moments with Tyler.
It's a love-hate relationship with me and Tyler.
In that Tyler loves him because he's a fan, but Chris hates him.
Yeah, I definitely really disliked him at times. Would I sell him? It depends on our next transfer window, is where I'm going to put it. What I'll think would be best for Tyler, because of he's only been 21, is let's get him on loan to a top-end championship club for a season. Let him go and play his trade, stay fit for a whole season, go and bag himself a few goals in the championship, and then see what we think. See if there's a player there, and if not, then sell him. There's a player in there. Because he's fit, it feels like Tyler Roberts has been around the game for 10 years.
Yeah.
So you forget, and I've been guilty of it. I forget he's as young as he is.
Yeah.
So do I think we should sell him? No. Could I see us selling him potentially if the right money came in? Do I think he should be in the first team next season? No. Squad player maybe, but for me, let's see Tyler go on loan and have a decent year in the championship for one of the big clubs in that league, and then make a decision from there.
I think for me, he stays. I do like him, and I think he's very, very young. I think someone makes a good point in the comments that Tyler is actually better than what Calvin was at his age, which is a fantastic point.
That is a great point. That is a great point.
So we have to remember that as well. And I think for me, he's a squad player. I think Phil was bang on the money yesterday on All Leeds TV when he said, if we're still in a position next season where Tyler Roberts is our starting 11 player, then we haven't had the summer that we anticipated.
Do you know what keeps Tyler at Leeds next season for me? The fact that Pablo's going.
Yeah. And when he came on, I know he didn't have long, but I mean, he passed one of them straight out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's. I'm sad that this is the end for Pablo like this. Yeah. I think we probably, if he was aiming to go when we went up or in the January window, I think we probably should have let him go. He's done his time. He's a legend. He's the one player out of a team of legends that goes back to the Premier League. He's the one player that stands out when you think of that team. It was Pablo Hernandez that dragged us over the line, that goal at Swansea, stuff like that, coming on at half-time constantly with a hamstring injury and turning games. So yeah, I think Pablo's age has just caught up with him. He's been a great servant to the club, and he'll always be welcomed at Leeds United. And I'd like to think he'll stay in touch with the club and come back. And I'd like to think that the fans will get their chance to say bye to him. It'd be sad if he just disappears in the summer and there isn't anything to say goodbye to him. Hopefully, the club have always said that we'll celebrate promotion when the fans are back. So hopefully, even if he's gone, he'll come back for that, and there'll be something happen at Ellen Road or whatever. But yeah, I think Pablo will go and play for or be part of the coaching staff, because he's got a club, isn't he? A part owner of a club in Spain.
Yeah, Cadiz, isn't it? Cadiz, yeah. Here's one for you that I've just had sent through. Chelsea and Manchester City are pulling out of the Super League quicker than John Terry when he heard Wayne Bridge arrive home. That's a beauty, isn't it? It's a beauty. And Pop World in Liverpool, the famous nightclub Pop World, have tweeted out and said, "John W. Henry, you're bad," and then followed it up and said, "Jordan Henderson, there's a booth with your name on it when you're allowed back out."
Things you love to see.
God, man. God, class.
I mean, FSG have done, you know what I mean?
Well, they've done great things, haven't
Champions
they, really?
League, they've won the Premier League after 30 years. And in 36 hours, they've completely ruined the relationship they had with the Liverpool fans.
Mm-hmm.
Ruined it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for money.
Yeah. No, you bang on the money. You're bang on the money. Just for money, bang on the money.
Castellon, that's it, isn't it? Is Spanish too.
Is it Castellon, not Cadiz, no?
I agree with John as well. I think Pablo would make a decent coach. I think he's got that spark and that inspiration about him. And he's a firecracker on the pitch. They always said, don't they, he's off the pitch, he's the quietest man, a bit like Berra. But put him on the pitch and he'll let you know. Well, Berra will just snap you in half, but Pablo will tell you. I do think Berra would make a good coach as well. I'd love to see him in and around Bielsa on the touchline next season, just giving absolute rockets.
Yeah, it would be that as well.
Scaring the shit out of Jack Harrison as he runs past him up the touchline.
I think you can even tell, though, like, Bielsa looks at times like a scary individual when he's not happy with things on the pitch. You know, and he has that relationship, like standoffish. The players don't really communicate with him. You know what I mean? It was nice to see him break character in that documentary when he was like, "Calvin, Tyler," when he was cuddling him and that. That was genuine, like, lump in the throat moments. That.
Mate, I'd sobbed like a baby needing its nappy change through that documentary. Certainly part 2 with the promotion and everything. I was in absolute bits. Yeah, and it was the bits that were like at the end where the team are celebrating and you can see the fireworks going off and it's Marcelo just talking over it, and you're just like, stop it, man! You're 64-year-old Argentinian and you're breaking me in bits here.
Oh, exactly.
Second half's underway anyway.
Yeah,
That's as exciting as the first so far.
Yeah.
Manchester United, Brighton will go and nick this.
Yeah, I hope they do. Manchester United have confirmed that Executive Vice Chairman Edward will step down from his role at the end of 2021.
Okay. Cling on for a couple more pages.
I am extremely proud to have served United. The club is well positioned for the future and it will be difficult to walk away at the end of the year. Fuck off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well positioned.
Absolute rocket.
On your bike, you fucking scumbag.
Sorry
for the language.
Yeah, Alison and Marty as well. Yeah, Granny Val as well in that documentary. You know, rest in peace, Granny Val. What a legend. And Calvin said since, I think he said it again, speaking to Ian Wright at the weekend in that Football Focus thing, that she was a big part of why he didn't leave, because she was like, I'm not travelling down there to see you.
What am I going to do, Calvin? Yeah, she said that. What are we going to do, Calvin? Because he's got a very big family as well, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
A massive family.
He's so close, isn't he, to his family?
Yeah.
He's a proper family lad.
CH. Inside to Jorginho. He's lost out. Yeah, so I was saying earlier, this might be... Sorry. This could be my first 0-0, Chris. This might be the first 0-0.
Would it be? This would be your first one, would it?
First 0-0, yeah. I've not had a 0-0 yet.
I'm gonna call it Brighton 1-0.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck, who's scoring? He gets round him. Chelsea.
I might just shut up for a minute.
No penalty.
You'd probably think of Danny Welbeck, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd love to see Ben White at the back post, just from a corner or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm not sure if Ben White scored.
No, I don't think so, mate.
No, definitely not.
So. I think we'd have known about it if he had, because the fans, the Leeds fans, the old Ben White is really out going, sign him again.
Scott Barman JR says, "Come on, Brighton." He asked earlier as well. I forgot to put your comment up. What fans we are? We're Leeds fans, mate, but we're well, I'm a Leeds fan, and Chris is a Leeds fan. But this is just like, I do all sorts on the channel, mate. So if you want to subscribe, check out the rest of the videos. Watch alongs for the majority of games, Champions League, etc. Reaction videos.
We're sensible Leeds fans, mate.
Yeah,
we can give praise to others when it's justified.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still waiting, like, to see if any more of these clubs are going to come out.
I know,
Manchester
I
United,
keep refreshing stuff, but it's gone a bit quiet.
Manchester United, Arsenal, Spurs, the ones.
A mate of mine said, and he is a Man United fan. He said the Glazers will hang on till a grim death. It's like they don't care if they're not liked. They've not been liked since they turned up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's irrelevant for the minute. It's like it's the where it came out yesterday that apparently the directors, it come from a source inside the club, that they've seen the fans as secondary anyway. It only mattered about the money, etc. Yeah. It's horrible, man. Yeah,
they saw money first and growing financially, and then everything else was second to that. And you just like, what a poor attitude to take, because without the fans, mate, you've got no money.
It's no surprise though that the ones in England that are still there that haven't come out, it is the Americans. Yeah. It's FSG and John W. Henry. It's the Glazers, and it's Kroenke.
They're the ones that have been the driving force behind this, because
and Daniel Levy is just a greedy git. Do you know what I mean? He's just a greedy git, and he's got that debt with that bloody stadium and that. That's all he's bothered about. Yeah, you know what definitely. Levy's like.
Levy will have seen the pound signs and gone, we're 150 million a year. Yes, please. Yeah, that's Levy. And then Chelsea and Man City have gone, we don't really want to be left behind if this does happen. Let's dip our toe in the water and see what the fallout is. Because from a money point, the clubs that don't need it from a money point of view were always City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
They don't need the money. So they were doing it. They were probably looking at it on a competition front. You know what I mean? The Man City owners especially are trying to grow a brand across Europe. That they're a football brand and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? And they couldn't have been seen to be left behind. But
definitely, I'm just Man pleased. City. They've come out officially, Man City, saying that they've set up the procedures. Sterling's done a little emoji saying "Okay, bye," which you love to see. So it's been class just seeing the players, the fans, the ex-pros all coming together on this, man. It's been exceptional.
Chris 2021 as well. And do you know what? If any club probably were going to be the next Leeds, you're probably right, mate. I could see it being a Spurs. If they lose Harry Kane and Son in the summer, I could see it happening. I can definitely see it happening. Them just falling apart, big debts, the new ground, all the rest of it. And
what did you make to the Jose Mourinho sacking, mate, and the fact that Ryan Mason's going to come in and be like caretaker manager till the end of the season?
What I do think, mate, is there's more to it than we know at the minute, because why would you sack him unless there's something in his contract that says if he wins a domestic trophy, then he gets paid X amount or whatever. So Levy's obviously again looking at the pound signs, but Spurs fans want to win a trophy. They continually get mocked because they've won nothing for so many years, and to put a 29-year-old in charge for 6 days before the cup final, they've got people like Ledley King there and stuff like that. Put Ledley King in charge. I don't understand this decision. I don't know the ins and outs of what's gone on too much. I'm very surprised that Jose's been as quiet as he has been. They definitely timed it right. Ridsdale's fish tank saying he sacked it on the same day where attention was elsewhere. 100%.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I'm just wondering if something's going to come out that Mourinho's had quite strong words about this Super League thing, and that's been the final nail. I don't know, mate. He was going anyway at some point.
Yeah, he was
because they weren't happy. So he was going, but it's the timing that confuses me, mate.
Trust me, if
yeah, that's probably right, Chris. 2021. That's probably what it comes down to, mate. Something in his contract that if he won a trophy, it would be more expensive to get shut of him.
Yeah, because it'd have been, well, I won a trophy, 100%. You know, there was already things that they could have paid him less had he not got into the top 4. That's not going to happen. Maybe, and then, like you say, if he wins a trophy, it's harder for him to get rid. So that'll be why. And trust me, if Mourinho had gone for saying something like that, he would be the first to tell you, Chris.
Yeah. And that's what I said at the time, mate. He would have called a press conference immediately and said, "I'm not happy with this. I don't agree with the Super League. I'm leaving Tottenham."
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I do agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Danny Welbeck, wrong decision there. Brighton could have been in. Winner, Dan Burn, Trossard. Brighton coming into it though. It has been
14 Yorks. Is that who you think they're going to take on a permanent basis, mate? Is it Nagelsmann? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Nagelsmann. He won't go there. He's going to Bayern Munich, man.
Yeah, I have seen reports saying that he's being lined up for the Bayern job now.
If Bayern come for you knocking and you're already in Germany and working there, and you're not going to Spurs.
And after this last 36 hours, mate, Bayern's stock's never been higher. Even higher than it could be as a current Champions League winners. What a great club. I mean, even Gary Neville came out, didn't he, and said that even when they were playing them, he always felt that Bayern were a good club, a well-run club.
Yeah.
And I wondered why PSG hadn't signed up to it. And then it turns out that their owner is very good friends with the UEFA president in it. So,
well, what you've got to remember is as well, like, Qatar bloody bought the World Cup, man.
Oh, yeah.
In 2022, and they're
brown envelopes, mate.
Yeah, and they're basically owned by them, and here's Ziyech chance. Oh, he tried to play in James.
I thought he could have took a swing at that then.
Yeah. Reece James keeps it alive. Chelsea are pretty boring to watch, though, aren't they?
They are dull to watch. At least with old. We do analysis too. Lampard at the helm. They had a go.
Yeah.
I mean, they got pumped more often than not, but at least they went for it.
Absolutely gash.
Yeah, I saw that, Dale, that the PSG owner has been put back onto the UEFA board as of today as well. So, I mean, there's big moves even at all levels, isn't there? I mean, what happens to these clubs who've already resigned from, like, the ECA or whatever it is?
Yeah, no, they're gone, aren't they? So that Ed Woodward did that. And what's his face did it? Agnelli at Juventus. That's why Woodward's going to have to resign. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He is Mason Mount. Decent run off the back of Basuma. Oh, that's a good ball in Pulisic. Maybe he should do better. Good defending though, Ben White. Pulisic is on the deck as well. He looks in pain.
Yeah, he actually looks like he's hurt himself there, doesn't he? Good defending by Ben White though, just nice and strong. Tracked him really well as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. Is the old Ben White thing? I think he stood on him as he was sort of falling backwards. No malice in it, but yeah, it's.
Sorry, Luke Williamson says he thinks Eddie Howe. There's no way that happens for me. There's no way, like Spurs. Daniel Levy has images of Spurs being this super powerhouse, this top side, the likes of Kane, Son. They want to keep hold of them. They had Pochettino, was now at PSG. They brought in Mourinho. There's no way they dropped to an Eddie Howe. They're looking for the top level coaches in football,
man. Daniel Levy now might be rethinking because he was seeing a Tottenham Super League appointment. One of the top managers in the world. That's what he was envisaging. And now the Super League's collapsing around his ears. So might be a bit of rethink because they're not going to make Champions League this year. So what top manager's going to come? The threat of Harry Kane going. This nonsense might be the last straw for someone like Harry Kane going. Yeah, you kept me 100%. Out the loop. I'm your club captain. I'm the England captain, and you nearly cost me my international career. I'm out, sunshine.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Get me on that. Get me sold.
Stephen Murphy says, "Are you Brighton fans?" No, man. Look around me. I'm a Leeds United fan, brother.
Leeds all the way, mate.
Leeds United fan. Leeds United fan. But we do watch a lot. I do watch alongs of the different games, brother. So, but yeah, Steve, we happy with the point yesterday? You could have been beaten, really. I think Leeds deserved to win the game over the 90 minutes, if I'm being honest. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, though. Nice to see you, Steve. You'll see my post-match thoughts on Liverpool yesterday. You'll also can find yourself a combined 11 of Leeds and Liverpool players that I did with the LFC Day Trippers. So make sure you check out the content.
Joe be real Fulham fan. You're never losing that now, mate.
No, I'm not, mate. I'm not. Even Phil doesn't give it me anymore, but Jordan Dix does. Jordan Dix also comes with it. Yeah, Steve Murphy says, definitely not, man. Leeds deserved the point. Alisson saved us. Yeah. Who do you think will win this game? To be honest, mate, we're hopeful that Brighton will nick it 1-0, but it's been pretty drab, pretty boring. Needs a moment of magic. I've been doing watch-alongs for a couple of weeks now, and I've not had a 0-0 yet. So this could be it. Sorry, John. I've only ever, mate. Honestly, John, this is the first time I've seen your question. There's no way I would
that is speedo, isn't it?
Yeah, that is speed. Yeah. So you've got Don, Billy B, Hunter. Hang on, I can never get it right. Norman Hunter and Gary Speed, mate. That's your lot. Don Revy, Billy B, Norman Hunter and Gary Speed.
Oh, Man City fan, Greg. Hi guys, just wanted to come and say thank God my club Man City are not going through with the ESL, but I still feel we should be heavily punished alongside the other top 6 clubs. I can't disagree with you, Greg, and it's nice. I'd be interested to see what you think the punishment should be, mate. Yeah, it's a tough one, so it'd be interesting to see what you think that should be. But I agree with you. This can't be the end of it. I don't know where Joe. Oh, he's back.
I kicked myself out of my own stream there.
Yeah, just done one.
Sorry, mate. I bet you were panicking there, weren't you? To get off. Oh.
I was just chatting, mate. Just chatting it up, wasn't I? Just waffling.
Yeah, good. Sorry, John. I missed your question before, mate. If you have asked it, what were you talking about, Chris?
Just Greg, the City fan who's come in, just saying he thinks City should still be punished along with the other clubs, and I've just said, like, what do you think the punishment should be? Because I fully agree that this can't be the end of it. Moves have got to be made to make sure this can't happen again. So, but it'd be interesting to know what he thinks the punishment should be.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do anything. I think they'll be given like a time. I think they said, look. They might even be given till August, until they want to start this league. I don't know. Chelsea and City aren't getting note now.
No, I think Chelsea and City potentially will get a behind closed doors slap on the wrist. There'll be reform made to the rules and everything else, so stuff like this can't happen again. And I'm not going to get my knickers in a twist if Chelsea and City didn't get punished, because it does sound like they were pressured into it. And that's still not right. They should have stood up and should have stood firm. But we know the driving forces behind this are the teams that are still clinging on now to it, the dream, the Super League dream, even though it's clearly dead in the water. And that's the Americans and obviously old Daniel Levy, who's just all about the pound signs.
We've got Mike. Mike, hey man, how are you doing? As a Brighton fan, I'm hoping for a point. Keep up the good content. Now, I don't know if that is a genuine Brighton fan who is coming just to watch the, because if you look at the name, what they've tried to do is try to get. Do you see what I'm saying? You've got to watch these people, Chris. You've got to watch these people on the old tube of you.
Love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it. But nice try, Mike. Thanks.
I'm glad you spotted that.
Oh, 100%, mate. But this is a thing. I bet when I went, I'm just gonna say Mike. I bet he was thinking, oh, he's done it. He's gonna do it. Hey, Mike. Nice try, brother. Too long in the tooth for that. Someone did get me though. About 2 years ago, on Ollie's TV, it was what was he called? Guys who have watched Ollie's TV will know. Oh man. Oh, it's going to do me head in. It's that long ago now. Lou Williamson said, I think these teams should be punished by doing a player rating show with Phil. Great,
Give him
great.
0.5.
I have, what you call it, made the decision. I texted Oscar earlier on. I was like, dude, I'm going to have to stop doing them player ratings. I was like, I'm too tired. I'm too beat by the end of it. I'm just going to let you crack on with it moving forward.
You were funny last night when Phil threw his first 0.5 out. You were just like, it's Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Let's not even start. I was like, Joe's done. And then obviously, there was stuff going on in the background as well. But just like,
oh, that was it. Look.
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken, Phil McCracken. That's what it is. Someone asked me what you call it, if I'd seen the links to the strike of Phil McCracken, and I went, Phil McCracken, and no, it was brutal. It was brutal. But yeah, all in good fun. All in good fun, mate. That's what it's all about. Callum Hudson-Odoi and Timo Werner just about to come on. Alonso coming off. I'm not sure if it'll be Kai Havertz who will also make way. Yeah, it is Kai Havertz and Marcus Alonso.
You've resigned from ratings, have you?
Yeah, I'm done in. I'm done in by the time that happens. I'm done in.
Long day though, innit? When you're doing like.
It is, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is a very long day. And obviously, I've got kids and that as well. So, I know you won't think it with the amount of time I spend in this room, but...
No, I guess you did have kids, mate, with the amount of time you spent locked in the room.
That's a good shout, actually. That's a great shout. McAllister Square into Basuma. Basuma's got round Mount.
Could be worse, mate. My daughter's wanting her first car for her birthday next month.
Really?
17 next month is my eldest.
Yeah. I've got all that to look forward to, mate. I've got 2 daughters and a 2-year-old boy.
I've got 2 girls.
Yeah. 2 daughters and a 2-year-old boy, man.
Yeah, I don't see the point in any more than 2, mate. So I'll hold on to the 3rd one when they're all kicking off.
Different ages, isn't it? Just in.
Yeah, we've seen that, Tim, about Ed Woodward resigning.
Yeah, go on.
It's a tough one, mate, because I agree the owners should be punished, but how do you punish the owners without punishing the club? They need to find a way of doing it that the fans are going to suffer in one way or another. If it is transfer bans or point deductions or whatever, it's going to filter into the fans somehow. And the fans, when they are suffering, need to make sure that they get these owners out of their clubs because it's their fault.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We did it. We've done it at Leeds. We've seen off idiot owners. Liverpool.
We had the worst, man.
Before.
You know, these. That's what I'm saying. I know the Glazers and that are all bad, but you're still dining at the top of the table. We weren't even that. White and Mount having words there.
Well, we seem to find the only Middle Eastern people, mate, that didn't have a pot to piss in.
That was skint, No.
Billions and billions in that region, and we get the people who've got a fiver and a bag of chips to the name.
Definitely.
GFA.
Some of their own fans are calling for points deduction, Lee. You are right. I don't know what will happen. It'll be interesting to see what happens, man, because could it have repercussions for this season's championship? Like, could it find that with a points deduction? Be interesting to find out what's been said in this meeting between the 14 clubs that was held today. Ziyech effort, too easy for Sanchez. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Because, this is a great point by Michael Brown. I mean, we got fined 200k for Spygate.
Not the Michael Brown, is it? Number 1 is Michael Brown. Number 2 is Michael Brown.
8563 Robbie says, sorry I'm late. If Chelsea and pulled out. Yes, they have, mate. They have pulled out of the European Super League.
Along with Atletico and Barca, who had actually never signed up.
Yeah, Barca said they were never part of it, although, I mean, they kept their mouth shut. They didn't say it straight away, and then the fallouts happened, so now they've come out and said it. But yeah, apparently Arsenal, Liverpool and Man United, we've not heard from Spurs, but apparently they still want to go ahead with it. I don't know whether or not. It's very... everyone can see straight through it. It's an Americanized product. It's what they wanted to do is remove this game and make it into like it is in America, you know. And obviously they still want to persist with that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, you know. Basuma chance, it's a strike, but nowhere near in the end. We've got 20 minutes on the clock. It's still 0-0. It's been a pretty drab game.
Yeah,
I think everyone's just wanting this game to end so that we can all watch Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, really, to be fair.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Gary Neville's response to this. He's going to be absolutely loving it.
Yeah. Philip Anderson says, what time is it on the match, mate? It's 71 minutes and 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There you go. Nawari says, how can I watch the game live, please? Get Sky. Get Sky. Sorry, you can't watch it here. We just react to the game, bro. But subscribe to the channel. You can watch us. And I know we've been speaking. Oh, Mount's give it away. It's going to fall to Ben White. Oh, that's poor from Ben White, actually. The ball into Pascal Gross was no good.
Ben White got a nosebleed then. Like
Matt says, points deduction and ban from European. They're not going to do that. I can't see it. I mean, look, you've got 3 of the teams that are in this or were in the Champions League semi-final. They can't. I can't do that. I mean, I don't see them doing that. Obviously, the Champions League coming up. Real Madrid for me, yeah, because Chelsea and City have come out. Do you know what I mean? It's
Perez should be banned from being involved in football.
Yeah, 100%. Substitution here being made by Brighton. Just thinking with Newcastle obviously going on a bit of a decent run of late. Could Brighton get dragged into it? I think Fulham are so bad though, aren't they? Let's have a look. We've got 3. Nah, they're still 7 points. They're 6 off Burnley, and Burnley have a game in hand. So I think it's done, mate.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, I've said it for weeks, Chris.
Yeah.
People were saying, you know, the chat about. I'm just laughing at Twitter. Have you seen Anchorman?
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy when he goes, whoa, that escalated quickly.
That escalated quickly, yeah.
Ajax have tweeted that out.
Well, Pep name dropped them today, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? He said, why
he said, can someone explain to me why Ajax Amsterdam aren't in this?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, 100%. It's honestly, it's just been heartwarming, fucking, just class to see, man.
Yeah, I've loved it, mate. I've absolutely dined out on this tonight. And for once, we're not in the middle of it. We're not in the middle of any controversy. It's great. Football must learn to spend less, not create art. To earning more with that. Yeah, whatever.
Just been told to have a look what Henderson's tweeted. I don't know if this is the
something about
same one.
Tribus, one of the sponsors of Liverpool. I think they might have pulled away from sponsoring them unless they pull out of the Super League. I can't tell. It was in foreign tongue, French.
Oh, I don't know what he's tweeted here.
Yeah, I saw that, Luke, about Dean Smith name dropping us as a team alongside Villa who were looking to take the next step and challenge the bigger clubs at the top end of the table. It's a strange one, as this rivalry that we seem to have with Villa now. It's born out of a couple of little things, and then Gobby on the whore in it, just spouting nonsense. They're a team very similar in mould, aren't they, to us, Villa? They're a club very similar in mould.
We've just seen, like, there's just been Thomas Wilson who just focus on Leeds, so thank you for tagging me in that, brother. He says Manchester City, well, this has come out official. Apparently Manchester City is the only club to leave the Super League. Everyone else is still committed, although Chelsea are having some doubts about the project.
Chelsea have announced that they're formally preparing the paperwork. So
right, okay.
It sounds like then City were the first ones to actually trigger it, and because they seem to be further ahead in the process of actually pulling out.
Interesting.
Yeah, what was that called, Jordan? Sex Panther. That was it, wasn't it? The aftershave. Sex Panther.
Yeah, it's the greatest, that bit, man, when he goes, "It smells like Bigfoot's dick." It's my favourite film, man. Up there, definitely. Comedy.
Without a doubt. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, they're in. Oh no! Adam Lallana. Chance for Brighton. Mistake at the back from Kurt Zuma. Gets caught on the ball. Adam Lallana. Chance. Tries to pick his spot and it's just wide. Morpé's fuming with him that he hadn't slid it in the right-hand side. He could have given it him. He had Welbeck on the left and and Chelsea are up the other end here. They could make Brighton pay for this. Hudson-Odoi. Well. It's into a dangerous area, but it's missed everyone.
Basically, Kev, Lallana's got a sandwich for a foot and scooped it wide. Putting it in the back of the net. Not great. Brighton should be one up here.
Yeah, definitely should.
Take his shooting lessons from Tyler Roberts. Jordan is my man. City were the club who felt most. Oh, he's gone again. Keeps kicking himself out. I think City were the club who probably felt most pressured and didn't need to join this thing, but just felt pressured to do it because they didn't want to be left behind. So it doesn't surprise me that City are the first ones to be back out. They don't need the money. Their owners have got all the cash and a bit more on top. So it doesn't surprise me. And I do think it sounds like there's a bit of peacocking going on and people ruffling feathers a bit, but I do think by tomorrow Chelsea will formally be out as well. Imagine the uproar now if they weren't out.
If they weren't out, yeah, exactly. Yeah. For the fans, yeah. Definitely. It'd be even worse, wouldn't it? It'd be even worse, so...
I mean, and do you know what? Darren's making a point there.
Chance. Danny Welbeck. It's a goal.
Oh, is it the post? Oh,
back again. Oh, Brighton. That's two chances now.
I'll tell you, that's a great shot. He's so unlucky.
Great strike. Great strike. Here's Danny Welbeck. Picked it up after a tackle on Hudson-Odoi by Dan Burn. Welbeck into Lallana. He's got a chance. Second bite of the cherries.
Good save.
Good save by Kepa. Oh, Brighton so unlucky.
Again, messing around at the back.
Yeah, Jorginho actually gets his pocket picked.
That's a lovely shot. He's so unlucky there.
Oh, great strike from Danny Welbeck. Rocks the post. They're on the attack here again, Brighton. Basuma.
Yeah, and Pascal, my Robin there's correct as well. We said it earlier that...
Basuma into Morpé.
that we would have these games would have ended up being played out in Singapore and Dubai and stuff like that. It'd have been exhibition football for this new breed of fan, as they've been putting it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you're right. Chatting Footy Show. Apparently, they've not left it officially. They're just preparing the paperwork. Seems to be the line out of the club. Although that sounds like it's potentially being challenged, and there's been no word formally yet. There'll be absolute uproar now if it turns out that Chelsea aren't leaving it. After their fans have been told that they are. They've got to, mate. They've got to leave now. Otherwise, the Chelsea fans will burn the place to the ground.
Yeah.
So I fully expect, maybe not tonight, but certainly by tomorrow morning, that Chelsea will have announced that they've formally left as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the fact that Petr Cech was outside the ground though, as well, and like saying, just give us time, you know.
Yeah.
I
Again,
mean,
Chelsea and Man City went into this.
The Athletic are already doing articles about why did the Super League fail. Like, it's going to happen, you know. Yeah.
But where's Levy hiding? Probably in a bath full of cash. I think that man probably sleeps on a mattress sewn together of £50 notes. Ruthless businessman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just checking.
I bet there is a fallout from the contracts as well, Sophie, as well. If they've signed contracts, Perez, he might be a greedy little get, but he's not a stupid man. They'll have had lawyers and stuff all over this. This is a long way from being fixed. Man City can probably afford to go slap us with a fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or Man will take you on, but there's going to be a lot of fallout from this because Perez and the Glaziers and people like that won't go quietly.
No,
it's just popcorn time for us fans not involved with those clubs. Absolute popcorn time. Super League's not happening, so we don't need to worry as fans. It's not going to happen, so we can just sit and watch the fallout now. And I just hope that the fans of these clubs, the proper fans, aren't too affected by it. And do you know what I mean? It's been nice to see football come together as a community, but there is an element of popcorn as well now, isn't there? No, it's not happening. Just like get the popcorn out. Yeah,
exactly. Just watch the fallout. The people lose their job. Not like I mean that like not like just random people lose their jobs, but hopefully Perez, you know, Agnelli, Woodward, the Glazers, Kroenke, they all go, man. They all go back under the rocks that they came from.
Yeah. And don't think tonight, Gary Neville will be happy, but he's not going to sit there and go, cool, it's done. Gary Neville wants these people gone out of English football. He said it yesterday. They need to be gone. And I think, and he nailed his colours to the mast yesterday as well. He said, you know, he's been quiet about the Glaziers, but he can't be anymore and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
He's got to follow that through now as a major voice in this.
Yeah, 100%.
Telling you, man, Brighton are nicking there. Brighton are going to nick this. Or Chelsea are going to absolutely shit house in the 92nd.
Yeah, well, there's like 6 minutes to go. Sophie Taylor says, I'll grab some popcorn. To be fair, you guys are more entertaining. Thanks for watching, Sophie. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. You best have anyway. Please subscribe to the channel. If
Big
you
bag of
haven't
popcorn.
already. Yeah.
Love popcorn, to be fair. Bit of sweet popcorn. Might get some for the next one. Just sit here shoveling popcorn down my grid. I'm allowed it as well because it's not that bad.
Werner, wide, Pulisic. He's got a couple of goals in his last appearances. Give it Jorginho, but he fell into the ref.
Yeah, nice dummy from the ref there.
Yeah. Oh, square.
You just look a bit void of ideas to Chelsea.
Yeah. Brighton set up really well, though. They are a difficult team. I mean, they're the only team out of the teams at the bottom that Leeds United have failed to beat. Obviously, they beat us 1-0 on that horrid pitch.
And a game we fully deserve to
lose. Cross. Chance for Olivier Giroud.
Oh, that's the play you want there as well, isn't it?
He'd be perfect at Leeds, you know.
Oh, all day long, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know another thing about this? And I think Gary Neville highlighted it last night as well. This week's meant to be the No to Racism week in the Premier League, and I don't know if it's wider European football as well. It's hardly got a mention, the no room for racism stuff, because of these greedy
Bamford
gets.
mentioned it, didn't he?
He did, mate, and I thought it's brave of a footballer to come out and say that, you know, but he did, and I thought we know what Paddy's like in front of the cameras. We know he's going to be a pundit when he's done. He's very eloquent, very well spoken, and speaks a lot of sense. And he's right. Funny how there's all this uproar when there's money involved, but
Exactly.
everyone stays quiet when players and everyone else are being racially abused. It's not right.
No, exactly. Brighton looking to have another go here.
Been tidy this second half, Brighton. Really tidy.
Burn.
It's a bit of a nothing ball.
Yeah, no good.
Come again, though. This finishes 0-0 and Lallana will be really ruined that missed chance.
Yeah. Definitely, mate.
I thought he was a really good signing for them as well, Lallana. I know he's injury prone, but he's a good footballer on his day.
Yeah, he is, man. He was good at Liverpool, weren't he?
Yeah, he was, mate. Scored a lot of important goals for him, from what I remember.
Jorginho.
I don't like Jorginho.
Zuma. This is a real. If it stays like this is drop points for Chelsea, definitely. You know, in the hunt for top four, because, like I say, you know, West Ham fans, my man Corey must be licking his lips, because obviously with them getting beat by Newcastle, as it stands, you know, they'd still, Chelsea would go into fourth, but they'd still be on the same points, you know, which is huge, because Christiansen, it's gone out wide to Pulisic. Can he find Giroud in the box? Oh, he's tried to have an effort at goal. It's a good save. And obviously Liverpool getting held by Leeds United. Breaking news. Manchester City have confirmed. Yeah. Right.
Confirmed they've formally enacted the procedures to withdraw from the European Super League.
And we've not had that from Chelsea yet, have we? So they're still there at the minute. But Man City have put a tweet out and everything, you know.
So City are the first club to formally start the enactment procedure, whatever they're going to call it.
I was looking for more pay. Ball from Pascal Gross, couldn't squeeze it through. Chelsea on the attack. It looks like it's going to be 0-0 this one. There'll be no highlights of this one, put it that way. It's just been me and Chris talking about the ESL.
just slagging off the Big Six.
Yeah.
Good tackle.
When you're done here, though, guys, when we're finished, please watch the other videos that have been released today about the ESL. When it was first announced, me and Chris did a video. You've got a reaction video from the Liverpool game, match highlights from the Liverpool watch-along that I did on All Leeds TV. So make sure you check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Massively helps. Appreciate it. Jorginho, Chelsea, with a minute on the clock plus any stoppage. Timo Werner. Ben White, I think, gets a little touch.
No, he's giving a goal kick.
Yeah.
Ben White's got a massive forehead, hasn't he? No, it's a good decision, that. It came off the last, Kicked it onto him. It'll always be a strange one with Ben White. He was such a good player for us.
Yeah.
And earlier in the season, I was like, oh, God, I wish we'd got him. Now I'm like,
yeah, I know,
more important places to spend money on.
100%. 100%. Flick on. More
Come on,
trying to... Yeah. Just not been anyone's night, really. Brighton come the closest, obviously, that chance for Welbeck, Lallana. That's a good point, though, isn't it? It's a good point against Chelsea, obviously. It's drop points for Chelsea.
Yeah. If they needed another point or two to you know, not mathematically make them safe, but definitely sort of make them safe, then it's a great point for Brighton. They'd have taken a draw before a ball was kicked, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'll move it. No. 3 minutes extra time. Christensen back to Kepa. Come on, Brighton. It's gone upfield. Basuma, though, always there.
Good footballer, Basuma.
Sweeping it up. Sanchez really puts his foot through it. Yeah. Morpay battling with Zuma. Zuma wins that battle. Brighton, though. Oh, there's the ball. Rose. Lallana.
Come on, Brighton. Don't go back. Too much messing about with it.
Losing out.
Oh, and Chelsea are off.
Hudson-Odoi, he's got the pace, he's got the dribbling ability. Ben White, though.
That's a good yellow card for Ben White.
It is, isn't it?
Just chop him down.
It is really, on reflection. Yeah, it was a real chance there as well. Real chance.
Cuts inside him there. He's still got a bit to do, to be fair. But yeah, good yellow card to take is that.
Some great numbers tonight as well on the Just Joe Football Show. So thank you for everyone who has joined in and jumped in. Means the world. Get your notifications on the channel. Oh, he's sent off, second yellow.
Oh, he's gone. Maybe not such a good yellow then. Well.
Yeah, I think right decision maybe.
Mendy's on the bench, Jordan. So, like we were talking earlier, we're just wondering if this is Chelsea putting Kepa in the shop window.
Talking by James Giroud.
Oh, should score there, Giroud. Yeah. You expect them to bury that.
Definitely. Normally you would. You know, maybe it's that little bit of not much sharpness, you know, not being playing of late.
A Giroud header, like 9 yards out.
Yeah.
You expect him to strip that away.
Definitely. Chance, Moda. Lallana ahead of him.
Bury it.
Come on, Morpay.
Oh, that's greedy, Morpay.
Yeah, I mean, it was never going in, even if it wasn't blocked. No. There's the 93rd minute. It's going to be
might get a chance to take this because of the Ben White sending off.
Yeah. Last throw of the dice here. Come on.
Yeah, they paid around 7
You've got Lewis Dunk, Webster.
This is pretty much last kick of the game, last chance of the game.
Winner. It's won by Giroud.
That's it.
There it is. Full time. It's 0-0. The first 0-0 on the Just Joe Football Show. Fuming with that, but there you go. Thanks as always for watching. We don't like to keep it too long. Bit of a boring game. Majority was just speaking about the ESL. Thank you to everyone that has watched tonight. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Please smash a like on the stream. Watch mine and Chris's videos from yesterday. I've got a reaction video to Liverpool and much more on the channel, so keep it locked. And I'll be back with you tomorrow. We've got 2 watch-alongs tomorrow. We've got one at 6 and one at 8. So I'll be back, man. Busy boy. Thank you as always for watching. And I'll see you in a bit. Chris, anything you want to add?
No, mate. Just everyone get it on now. Get Sky Sports News on or whatever, because Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher are going to be reacting to the Super League stuff, I think. So
yeah, good stuff. Goodbye, everyone. Peace out. Bye.